What's happening, everybody? Your boy, the Slap, episode 29 of the SA Challenge, the South American Tour Challenge, as we're calling it. Now, just a quick heads up in this video. I know in the video I was going to do 4 matches, it then switched to 3 matches, but they were all very long matches, and I said I'm going to make it a 1 video. I am still going to break it up into 2 parts, so if it abruptly ends and just randomly starts the next day at a different point, I will explain it in that video, obviously. But breaking 1 long video, it was about, when I edited it was about 61 minutes, so I have to just cut down a little bit because I don't want a 61-minute long video on YouTube. So we made it 2 parts. There you go. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit like, hit subscribe, run that intro. Welcome back, folks. Before we get to the game, we still have the Amaerican game to get through, but we are coming back for the international game. The reason I've come back in is the transfer window does open in a week's time. We've had a couple of offers on some players. I've accepted 1 offer already. I wanted to come back and show you these offers because this is some good money for a player that I've been umming and ahhing on whether he is good enough to be in the first team. He is a very good centre-back. And 2 Saudi teams have come in at 12.75 million. It seems like that is the most that he's going for. I just can't seem to break it down anymore. The Saudi team, they've got Nicholas Heidel in goals. He's also 145,000. There's no way he would come to me, right? I mean, would Heidel even entertain it? Let's ask his agent. He's got absolutely no interest to sign for us. Okay, well, he's a very good goalkeeper, and he's not going to come to us. So I am going to accept this one, Lysandri. I feel like we can find a good centre-back to replace him with. We do need to then, means we have to bring in 3 centre-backs during the transfer season. So I will accept that offer, and then they need to match that offer because it's extra 250,000 up front. The other one that I don't want to really give up is Kai over here. Kai Jorge. £7 million is what they've offered up front, and then after 3 years I get 1.9 million, and then after 50 games I get 2 million. Total value of 11 million. I feel like we can get more for him, so I'm going to reject that. But that annoys me that it's his preferred destination because he's obviously going to be earning a lot more than 27,000 going there. But I'm going to reject it and the hope that he doesn't complain. This one, though, is a very good offer. 8.25 million up front, 3.5 million over 2 years, and then after 20 games, 3.5 million. He does have a minimum release clause of 20 million, though. And I wonder if I reject this, will another club come in at 20 million? I don't actually know. You know, I'm going to reject it as well. I'm going to reject it. I need to keep my staff in here. The other one that I have accepted, by the way, is 2 offers actually. One is Matthias Martin, 6.75 million rising, or 4.4 million rising to 6.75 after 2 years and 20 games. Is Matthias Martin going to Cagliari, going back to Italy? Of course, had a good run at Udinese, came back to us on loan. We bought him from Udinese, never really played fantastic for me. Gave him enough game times, just never really focused. And then Jorge Morel, yet again, under consideration whether he'll go. He's got 2 offers to go for him, either Olympia in Paraguay or I think it's also Libertad in Paraguay. So looking to go back home for him. The Sardi is one that we're going to consider. Obviously, I don't really want to sell him because we don't really have a backup centre-back in that position on the left side. I suppose Arroyo can go there for now with Jair or Bosso to come in there. But yeah, I'm not 100% happy with how it's standing at the moment. I am looking for defenders. In fact, I have one on my shortlist that I think could be a potential replacement in Lysandri, and that is Renan here playing for Al Ahly. Only problem is £55,000. And if I ask the agent how much it will do, he wants between 70 and 85,000 for his work, for his contributions. We take a look at the highest wages. Stoltado on 41,000, which I feel is extremely high for him, is in that region, more than that region. So financially, we can't really get him because you can see we're currently well over budget in terms of the wage. Even if I go down to there, we're still under by 20 or 10,000 now. But we are losing a lot of money very quickly to the point we are negative 12 million in debt. The lack of Libertadores football has contributed a lot to that issue, which is why that, if we do get a very good offer for Anthony and Jorge, if they come back with better offers, I might accept that just to help the financial situation out. We can survive without the two Brazilians. We do have enough players in reserve to do them. I mean, Stoltado can easily step up into that left-hand side, and Antonio can easily step into the right-hand side. We do have Tulio who can fill in as the backup, and we had Mateus Martins who's going to fill up, but we've got some youth players that we can bring in there. Rodrigo Cesar can also step up and be that second string left wing. So there's options, but yeah, I thought I'm just coming back a bit early. We're coming back in a week's time for that Independiente game. Got the Palmeiras game to do with first. In terms of the league, we'll quickly just go through that. We're currently in second place. 6 points behind Sao Paulo with 3 games in hand over them. We are absolutely dominating in the league. I'll do a full recap of the league when we get to the Independiente game. Guys, we're back for the International game. Having a quick look at our run since the last episode, where we beat Sierra 2-1 and lost to Flamengo 3-2. We have been absolutely destroying teams up front. Not well defending, unfortunately. Guerrero an 8-2 victory. Boza, Terecos, Stoltado, Nielsen in goal, Anthony and David all getting on the score sheet. Itiano 7-2 on this one. Macias, Cesar, Antonio, Cesar, the other Cesar, and Kai Jorge all getting on the score sheet. Atletico Mineiro beating them 4-2. Thanks to Antonio, David, and Lusandri. Kings picked up a long-term injury for that one, so he's out for a couple of weeks. Where Palmeiras was a little bit more of a nervy game. We went up 1-0 at halftime. They equalized right after the half. And João Bosso, with a great little header in the 93rd minute, scored the goal that sealed us a spot. 3 points behind Sao Paulo with 2 games in hand. We also now 5 points ahead of Fluminense. We have 2 games in hand over them as well. So we're looking quite comfortable in the league. There is a big of a problem, though. And we could be losing more players than I wanted to. Well, we know Lissandri's got offers. A couple of others have come in there. Alfate withdrew their offer. I can't reject these. Well, I can actually reject it now. It didn't give me the option. But I'm going to accept this one because it's 10.25 million, rising to 13.5 million. Alhueda. And then what I am going to do is offer him out at 14.25 million. That is the asking price that I have set for him. So if someone comes in for 14.25 million, Alhueda will lose out on that one. Elsewhere, an offer that I can reject it, but the board accepted it for Anderson Arroyo. 29-year-old, 9.75. He is currently on 27,000 a week, so he's not the highest earner. But I kind of don't want to let him go. And he was going to kick up a huge fuss if we didn't accept that offer. The board accepted it ahead of me because I thought we could get a little bit more than 10 million for him, the current value. So that's what we're getting for him. We can't really negotiate that one too much. Another one that I can't negotiate too much, this one I accepted on my ace, and that is Stoltado for 7.5 million going to Saudi Arabia, rising to 7.5, 4.9 in the bank. The reason behind this is he is 32 years old. He is on 41,000 a week. I feel like we can get in a good left back, a left winger in replacement of him when he does leave. The biggest issue is just that I've got my two starting defenders really are out the door pretty much already, which is a little bit of an issue for me in terms of, but financially it will definitely help us up. It'll take us into the positive and it'll give us a little bit more wage budget and transfer budget. We have sold Mateus. He has left the building officially, and we just show him there. Mateus Martin has gone to Cagliari, so we got that money in. And then also Jorge Morel for 300,000 to Libertad has left the building as well. Yeah, I feel like in terms of just bringing in players. I'm still scouting a little bit. I have maybe found a potential left winger in Antonio Carlos here. He's on £850 a week from Corrizio, playing in the Serie B division. I like the look of him, and I think him as an understudy to Keo Jorge could actually be the man that we kind of need to bring into that squad. And he's relatively cheap at just 4.7 million. Once we sell Stolido, we'll definitely have more than enough to bring him in. Another player that I was having a look at, in case David decides to leave the club, is Vilguera here, the Argentinian 18-year-old. Only problem with him is it's going to cost 6.25 million, and he is going to be another foreign player, which does make a little bit of a thing. Although we are losing Stoltado, who's technically a foreign. He's not really a foreign. He's Venezuelan, Brazilian. But yeah, we are looking, definitely have to look for defenders in the coming football time. So I am going to play this game. In between this game and this game, we need to find at least 2 defenders to bring into the squad. I have had a look at my youth sides, or my reserve sides. Guys currently out on loan. In terms of players, we've got a lot of players out on loan. In terms of centre-backs, though, in terms of loans, we do have Beto here, who is decent enough, but not really at the level we want him to, and Carlos Enrique as well, but he's more of a midfielder to fill in there. I also have Marquinhos here, but he's definitely full-on left-back, and I feel like probably next season he will be ahead of Kevison in the first team as the backup left-back. The other centre-backs we have are just not good. We've got Thiago here, not a great centre-back. Ruin here, not renewing his contract. He's not great. We've got João Alcancar, not great. Yeah, we really just lack centre-backs. Carlos Alberto can also play centre-back. Not great. So yeah, we are definitely lacking in the centre-back department. In terms of attacking midfielder left, I can bring up Antonio Carlos. Not bad, not great. I'd prefer to have someone a little bit better, someone we can bring in. Jorge, also a decent little option. Probably will step in until we can sign somebody. I just don't like the fact that he's very injury prone in that one, and he's had a couple of injuries already in the squad. I do have Duarte, who I can bring in on that left-hand side, but he's more of an attacking midfielder. Can recall him if we need to. Elsewhere, I mean, the most obvious one, if we're going to go striker to rotate, is going to be Paulo Victor. But again, I see him more of a striker than a wing-back. We have a few others that are on loan that we can recall if need be. There's a few coming back as well. I think Silva's one of them coming back from Sao Bernardo. Probably look at maybe reloaning them. A lot of these guys are going to be out of contract soon, and they are going to be guys that we're going to be looking at not renewing. I mean, from here all the way down to here are all out of contract in 6 months' time. And out of all of these, the only one that I kind of want to renew is Alex Guerrero, who's just recently agreed to extend his loan. Very good right back. Could easily be an Anthony replacement for long-term future. The rest, I'm not actually too worried about it. Even our first team, we have a lot of players that are out of contract come December in 4 players. Yeah, 4 players that I'm probably let go. Basso is one of them that had been bidded on and could be leaving, but at 32 years old, probably not going to keep him around. Same with Radley. Sandri, we know, wants to leave. And João Paulo at 34 years old. We know about my love for this goalkeeper. It's still a top priority to bring in a goalkeeper as well. So yeah, I think defenders now is the top priority. I feel like we can live without a backup left winger for now. Like I said, Cesar could easily slot in there. We have a striker or two that we can call back and play as a backup striker to David. I'm not too worried about that situation. Anyway, we've got Internacional in the Copa Continental de Brazil, the cup competition. This is the team that is going to start in this game. Of course, Kings Kangawa is injured and he will be out for the next 2 weeks. We're going to go with João Paulo in goals. Gonzalez on the right has been playing a little bit better than Danilo, who for some reason is playing at centre back. I'm not sure why. It should be Jair. Yeah. At centre back. Jair is coming in at centre back. I just feel like Lusandri and Bosso have been on a little bit poor form lately. So we are going to go with Jair and Arroyo playing on the left-hand side. Juf on the left-hand side. This is obviously all going to change completely by the next game, I guess. In the midfield, Igor Cesar going to play on the right-hand side as its central midfielder. Thiago Maia, who is one player that I wouldn't mind selling off, is going to come in there. We've got Algeberi's back to fitness. He's going to come back, play as the ball-playing, deep-lying playmaker. And then up front, Antonio going to come on the right-hand side, been on phenomenal form. Can't drop him. Juan Macias been on good form as well. Terekos is back to full fitness. Macias has put up a little bit of a fight saying that he should be starting, so we gave him an opportunity, and he has actually played quite well. Kai Jorge and David all back in the squad. You can see a lot of tired legs out there, so expect the bench to really come into full focus in this game. I've decided to play the stronger team of the two against this one because I feel like we should be beating, who was it, Quinteros, what's the name? Oriente Parentelio from Bolivia. We should be beating this team, and I feel like the cup competition might be a little bit more competition. Let's go to the game. I've talked enough. We're getting our first highlight in 23 minutes and a half in. Macias with the ball, trying to push it forward for us. Juf trying to bring it in. Also, since I've changed to just centre-backs, we've been a little bit better defensively. But attacking-wise, nothing has changed. Antonio with a cracker of a goal, justifying me starting him. I suppose he has started the last 4 games, I guess, with Anthony. He's probably going to be leaving to a Saudi team. But Antonio with a great little finish. Ivan couldn't get the hand to it. And it is 1-0, 24 minutes into the game. Exactly when you see him. We're on the attack again. Kai Jorge looking for David. David bringing it back to Juf. Back to David. I mean, there's the situation. If we do win this handsomely, do we even do the second leg? Oh, there you go. Kai Jorge, 28th goal of the season, trying to catch up to David's 37. That was just beautiful. That was just, I mean, they tried to clear their lines. They couldn't. Arroyo got a good header to it. Al-Jabali, beautiful little pass to Kai Jorge. And what a finish. What an absolute belter of a finish. Things you love to see is our wingers scoring goals like that. Kai Jorge and Antonio, brilliant. Brilliant. They've got a corner now. A free kick rather. Like I was saying, if we do win handsome, like 4-5-0, whatever the case is, do we even bother showing the second leg? Maybe just focus on the Supercopa Americana. Play only those 2 matches and only do 3 matches out of 4. Oh, these came out of nowhere. Allende brings into Paulo Roberto. Well, everything I just said, scratch that. Paulo Roberto pulls one back for us. In typical João Paulo fashion, I mean, I can't actually blame him for that one. You could have had a brick wall there. That thing was just bolted into the back net. Look how much space he had there. We've got to talk about Arroyo, and he's not good at picking up runs. He really isn't. Maybe selling him is just the kick in the pants that I need to try and push us forward in finding proper solid defenders. Jair is not one of them, unfortunately. João Paulo. In the grand scheme of things, if we just find 2 good defenders and not find a goalkeeper, might not be the end of the world. And I'm saying that I don't want João Paulo to be at the club next season. Although he pulled off a good save there. I definitely need a new goalkeeper, at least till some point, either now or next season. Allende goes short, cleared our lines. Kai Jorge can't get the rebound ball. Corte goes to Allende, and that's the end of the highlight. Okay, never mind. Goal kick. He's going to go to the wide, to the flanks. Gonzalez looking nicely into the middle. David brings into Antonio. Cuts inside. Gonzalez looking for options. Trying to make a space or something. The Argentine brings it into David with some nice space there. And David rising to the occasion yet again. 3-1 now before halftime is exactly the sort of impact we need in the Brazilian Cup. Gonzalez here, ever instrumental, waited for that opportunity, waited and waited, saw Gonzalez run through. Maybe a question a bit of offside. I think there the flag didn't raise, no VAR getting involved there. Gonzalez, I don't think there's VAR in the cup competition. Gonzalez, he was just onside there. That's number 2, played him onside. Don't know who number 2 is. Doesn't have the numbers on my screen. Yeah, number 2 is Jefferson Mosquera. There you go. The inverted wing back played him onside. 3-1 up at halftime. We're doing fantastic. Let's go to the second half. They've got a corner to start the second half in the 50th minute. Going to the back post. Juf gets the header clear. Ruiz will try and bring it back for them now. Bringing it forward to the back post. Juf again with a good head and clear it. Mosquera, who played our man on side, trying to do something here. The wing back. Paulo Roberto trying to bring it forward. Itayo, they're just passing it around. Not really penetrating, but this pass here could be devastating with Lucas. Finding Mosquera, brings it in. Lucas, who started the play, scores a goal. It's 3-2. Game on yet again. They really just outplayed us here. Look at this pass from Paulo Roberto to Lucas. Lucas to Mosquera had so much space there. Nothing Kai could have done about that to get back. And then again, Uriah just not picking up the run of Lucas. And it happens to go into the back of the net. Yet again from our left-footed centre-back. They've got a free kick now in a dangerous position. I say it's dangerous, deep in their half, but then we've seen how they can pass the ball through our defense. Paulo Roberto finding him, and Allende again wide open. They're back in the game. They're back in the game again. Mariah, look how he's way out of position. He's completely out of position on that left back position. Why are you running to the right-hand side, son? What are you doing? You muppet. Absolutely shocking. Making some swaps. I'm taking Rai off. I'm had enough of his shenanigans. That is just horrible. Lissandri, come on there. That is just... I'm so upset. Macias hasn't played well. Tarekos, come on there. Kai Jorge is looking tired. Antonio is looking tired. Cesar's not playing great. Juf is not playing great. You know, Kevinson, come on there. Cesar, come off. We'll bring on Thiago Maia, swap those two around. Maybe that sparks something. None of our team is playing great in the second half at all. We've just been so outplayed. Kevinson now has the long throw. Going to Tarekos, looking for David! I mean, in terms of shooting, that was just absolutely horrid from David. What was he doing? Ivan going short to Vital. We know this team can pass the ball through our defense. Otavio looking for options. Thiago Maia picks it up nicely. David has got Antonio with him. Bones Gonzalez back to David. David puts it in the back of the net. It's offside. Saw the flag raised there. Now, I guess there is no VAR in this one, by the way. Gonzalez, I mean, both David and Jabali were both offside on that one. I thought it was in. We've got still more opportunities, though. Kevinson to Tarekos. Lusandri goes all the way back to João Paulo. Jair. Al-Jabali. Thiago Maia. Kevinson. Goes to Kai Jorge. Tarekos. Beautifully done. Tarekos cuts inside. Takes the shot. Had stars in his eyes there. Had David in front of him. Decided to go solo. They're going short. They're putting on a lot of pressure on themselves. But again, we know how they pass the ball. We do have Lusandri playing now at centre-back, so hopefully he can mark his runs a bit better. He doesn't. And Ruiz coming in there. João Paulo gets a hand to that. And it's going to be playing out. And again, we're on the back foot, but now maybe on the front foot with Al-Jabali. He's got Antonio with him on the wing. Not a great pass to him. Gonzalez, though, cuts inside. Gonzalez! I mean, if anything, Gonzalez, his shooting ability is not 100% great. They're going short again. They're really piling on the pressure on themselves. Otavio, we are putting on the pressure, and they're giving away. Gonzalez again. This time, Gonzalez can look for the cross. He goes into David. This time, it's going to count. That was a mistake from Internazionale, and we have absolutely capitalized on that. A mistake from Otavio trying to bring in Ruiz. Gonzalez read him perfectly. Was a bit of a risk from the wing back, but what a cut into David. And it's 4-3. Absolutely brilliant. David the hero. David the savior. Get in, David. Gonzalez with the throw in now. He's looking to go long. He's going to switch his play and go to short instead. Antonio to Maya. Back to Antonio. Antonio! Otavio has taken the ball into his own net for that one. Antonio maybe should have been given the second goal, but I feel like he was actually going quite wide in the end. Did we have a man on the back post that could have tapped it in if the defender didn't get to it? See the trajectory of this ball. I mean, yeah, I think David was lurking there, but I don't know if he would have gotten to that. I think he might have overrun that, but we've gotten a 2-goal advantage now. I'm definitely doing the second leg. It's going to be all action in that second leg. Unless we score a third one, yeah, and we go 6-3 up. Then do we bother? Antonio, go looking for Jorge on the back post. Couldn't find him. Gonzalez will pick it up again. Bring in Thiago Maia. He's put into Rekos. And I think it deflected off one of our own players there. The game's not over yet. Internacional are really pushing forward for this. They need that goal. We're not going to change anything. Ivan trying to bring out from the back. Vitayo finding Morcio. Otavio, scorer of one of the own goals. Or only the own goal, really. Ricardo Mateus. Reus. Otavio. A nice misplaced pass would be great from him. Roberto right through. My heart was in my mouth there. That was absolutely gut-wrenching. That was gut-wrenching. We've picked up the victory. Thomas Gonzalez, 2 assists. The wing-back was absolutely brilliant. Oh, that was close. Oh, that was so close. Right, we've got Oriente Pitero in 3 days' time. Will we have defenders for that one? I don't know. More teams are coming in for the Lusandri 14.725. We will accept that, and if you guys want him, you can have that. I don't even know if I'll have defenders for that game. I really don't know if I'll have. We're going to cancel that one because they're not close enough. We need 14.25. That's what you need to do. Al Harazim could buy both of them, which is absolutely crazy to think. Stoltado has left the building, so he will be out. That is going to save us a lot of money. So that is fantastic. We'll be back in 3 days' time. I need to rest up the players. I need to go find some defenders, at least. Well, we left it on a huge bombshell. Only one match in this one, unfortunately. But a lot of transfer news that we need to talk about. We need to find defenders. And like I said, it was one long video. You'll see what happens in the next tomorrow when we push out the next video. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. Hit like, hit subscribe. Tell your parents, grandparents, lovers, and haters. Your boy, the Vaslap, is out of here. Peace. Chicken grease.